Congratulations on getting TriBuddy i3 TV 1.0 hardware. This is the video for unboxing the hardware and see what all components it has and how it can be utilized to install it into the vehicle and what component connects where. So here we'll see what all the box contains. So we'll start with unboxing and opening the box. So this is the TriBuddy box. Now if you open the box, you can see here this is the QR code for login to your door. So all the devices connects to the cloud platform, and the cloud platform shows how you are performing as a driver and what all alerts you have. So you can just scan this QR code and it will redirect you to the portal where you can log in with your own login credentials, which you might have received, and you can now see how you are performing and how you are doing. So here we have two cables. Now these two cables are same. This cable is a power cable for connecting it to the ignition. So you can see here there are stickers which are written like this is to car. In car you just need two connections. One connection is for the ground and one connection is for the positive, which is like a power supply. So this goes to ground, which is a black wire. This is a red wire which goes to power supply, and this box is a power converter box which connects and converts the power. So it manages and regulates the power for the device. This is a simple USB host connection where you just need to connect your device power supply. So I put this here. I'll put this also aside. This is also the same. Here we have two devices. Now both the devices have this is one of the device. So if you see here, these two are the mounts. So I'll show you how one of the device can be utilized. Yeah, you can see here this is the antenna. If it's connected in a box, you just need to keep it as it is. If it is not, it can be removed like this and it can be connected to here like this. Just need to turn the threads. You can remove the plastic from the box and yeah, so this is the DMS box. So the DMS box is something like this, where these are the two night vision LEDs and this is the cap on the camera. So you just need to remove it only after once you have done installation, otherwise there will be a scratch on the camera while installing. So this may create issues in the vision problems for the camera. So this is something how it goes. This is the antenna for the GPS. So you just need to put it on a dashboard. You can also stick it to the dashboard by sticking some sticking material here, and you can stick it like normal car accessories. This is the power cable. Now this power cable has a USB connection and this power cable has a USB host. So you just need to plug it like this. Once you connect this and you connect this to the car, your device is connected to the ignition, and once you remove it, it will be removed from the ignition of the power supply. If you don't want to connect to the ignition power supply, you can anyway get the car charger or a cigarette charger which comes normally with the car, and you can plug this USB cable into that USB charger and you can plug this device or power on this device with the USB charger. So this is the DMS box. What you need to do next is that you just need to open this pack, and this pack will contain a mount. This mount has can be connected for the mounting the device onto the windscreen of the car. So this goes like this. So this is your mount, where this is how it looks. This is for the lock and this is for open. Now this mount has two moving points. This is one of the point and this is another point. This goes like this. There is this screw which is there inside. So you just check where all the screws must be there inside the packet. So if it is something like this which is removed, you can put it back. So you need to get the screw like here, connect it over here and make it fit. Yeah, so when you loosen it, it can move from here to here. So if your device is connected like this, if this is your windscreen, and so this can define the kind of this movement of the device, and you can lock it from here, and for this can be the movement, so you can go like this. So you just need to tighten this. Now once it is done, when you are installing or when you are connecting the device, just see this golden screw. You just need to put the screw of mount here, and you can just kind of rotate the mount and see where it fits exactly. So it will fit somewhere here. Now this is DMS device, so DMS device needs to have the camera pointing towards the driver face, and this goes on the right side of the device. And if it is not fitting well, do not try to kind of give too much pressure on the mount. Instead, what you can do here is that if I want to connect like this, what I'll do, I'll put it here and I can roll this screw down. When I roll this screw down, it makes the whole screw tighten, and now with this I can mount or I can fixate this thing. So this goes like this, and now it is ready to connect. So this now can be connected to your vehicle, and you just need to open this, put it or make it stick to the windscreen and just lock, and then the device will be installed. So this is how you need to install it. When you want to remove it, you just remove it from the bottom screw. So you just take it up and then move it, it's removed. Now the same thing goes up here, and this also, this is your roadside device. Now this has one camera only, no IR light. So this is a roadside device which goes like this, and this should be visible to a driver, where these are the indicators. So this indicator is for the GPS, this is for the LT connection. So this two will light up when your GPS and LT connection are there. This is for the front collision. This two will light up whenever somebody is crossing from you, either left or right. So this is how the device will function. And so here it is. This is for the unboxing of the video or device, unboxing of the whole package, and you can install this box and install these devices into your vehicle, and you can start enjoying the feel of ADAS and DMS. Thank you.